HUA HIN, I think it might be better than Phuket, to be honest. I recently spent 2 months in HUA HIN, and for the first 2 weeks I did not like the place. So when I first arrived in HUA HIN, I booked up the condo that I was staying at for a month, and within about 5 days I thought I'd made a mistake here. It didn't have the right vibe for me. I didn't meet that many people. I didn't find that many good restaurants. So the reason why I put off making this video is because for me, HUA HIN at first was not that good, but once I warmed to it, I never wanted to leave. So let's start with the reasons why it might not be right for you. And also, I'm not in Thailand right now, in case you're thinking, where is this and why can I hear loads of birds going wah? It's because I'm in Australia for a short trip. I'll be back in Thailand very, very soon. The demographic in HUA HIN is a lot older. And if you're a backpacker or traveling through and you are looking to meet a lot of younger people, you might find it a little bit more difficult, particularly if you're looking to meet a lot of younger people that are backpacking or traveling. When I first went to Thailand, I was backpacking around 23 years old, and if I would have gone to HUA HIN at the wrong time of year and not known that many people there, maybe I would have struggled to meet that many people, particularly if I wasn't going out every night drinking. These birds are the most annoying thing on earth. Listen to them. Another thing I think is important to note about HUA HIN is it's kind of like one long main road that has everything centered around it. You've got the beach running parallel to that road. So if you've got transport, it doesn't matter so much about this. You can stay pretty much wherever, as long as you don't mind a little bit of a drive, or if you prefer somewhere quiet. But this is the main central road that divides the beach side to the town side, and then you've got the bars, the shops, you've got some hotels, the beach side as well, but then you've got the bars, shops, or condos or hotels and malls on the other side of the road. So everything running along this main road has everything centered around it. The first couple of weeks I was there, I was staying further south, and there was like 1 or 2 restaurants within about 400 meters of my condo. There was 1 or 2 shops. That was about it. There wasn't much else going on, and that was just because I picked the wrong place to stay. So once I moved for month 2, I had so much of a better time. Things were closer. I could walk to the shopping center, I could walk to get food, I could walk to get a drink if I wanted, I could walk to the beach. All of these things were perfect. Another thing, the nightlife. There's not that many massive clubs or super clubs or anything like that going on. Again, suits me, but it might not suit everyone. I like that. I don't like the club scene. I like the bar scene. I like the pub scene. I don't... Go away, mate. So it suits me. I like that. But if you are into your clubs and super clubs and being out till 5, 6, 7 a.m, there's not going to be that many options, and maybe you might think the nightlife's not that good. Now, the reason why you might like HUA HIN, or the reasons why I liked HUA HIN, is because it's got a much quieter and more local feel to it than a lot of other places that I've been that are still fitted for tourists. A lot of places you could find in Thailand that would have no tourism and have a local feel, but there's not that many places where if you drive 5 to 10 minutes, you literally feel like you're in a local town. There's not too many tourists about, and you can find beautiful little spots that almost feel like they're there just for you. HUA HIN beach itself isn't a 10 out of 10, we've got to be honest. When you compare it to other beaches and areas around Thailand, it's nowhere near as beautiful on first sight. However, what is great about it is when the tide's out, you can walk all the way along the beach and it is still relatively quiet. And if you just get out of town a little bit, you can find other beaches like Sinoi Beach and Prambury that are quiet, picturesque. Sinoi particularly is very nice to swim. Prambury, I was there for sunset, and it was one of the nicest evenings I've had in Thailand. It was just quiet, there was no one around. I'm aware it was coming into low season, but still it was just a perfect evening, long stretch of sand, no sound of cars, and that's what, 20 to 30 minutes just out of Hua Hin Centre. I spent 5 months in Phuket last year, and I know Hua Hin and Phuket are worlds apart from each other, but I'm going to compare them both because I spent nearly 6 months in Phuket last year and I've just spent 2 months in Hua Hin. So comparing them now for me, having been in a spot where I'm trialing a few places in the short to mid term to see where I want to plot up longer term, for Hua Hin, I think it might be better than Phuket, to be honest, for me. Now, before you Phuket lovers jump in the comments and jump down my throat, hear me out. Reasons: it's quieter. The beaches may not be quite as nice, but they are still nice if you search for them. The gyms are cheaper and they're also quieter. You could argue maybe you've definitely got more choice of gyms and you've got more choice of everything in Phuket, but you will pay a premium, even if it's just equal or not as good. Getting around in Phuket is more difficult. Getting around in Hua Hin is very simple. As I mentioned, you've got that one straight long road. Getting around in Hua Hin couldn't be easier. You've got a BART bus that runs all the way along the main road, comes every 10 to 15 minutes, something like that, and it is dirt cheap, and you hop on and then you hop off wherever you want to go along the main road. And then you've got grab bikes, typical bulk bikes and cars that couldn't be easier to get around. It's quite cheap, and generally speaking, you're not going to want to go much further than 15 to 20 minutes per journey. So if you're on your own, it's not too expensive. If there's two of you, it's even cheaper. And the fact you can get around so easy, for me, you can go out, you can have a good night out and not spend too much money. There's plenty going on. You can go and watch Muay Thai, you can go out for food, you can go out for drinks, all the typical stuff. And also, if you go down to the beach in the evening, and depending on where you are on the beach, you can have a nice quiet spot, grab a beer, take some food, whatever, grab some street food, go down there. Huge plus as well is affordable accommodation that is nice too. I stayed in 2 different condos and both were extremely nice. The second one 10 out of 10, the first one maybe like a 7 or 8. There's nothing wrong with it, it was probably just the location, but the second one, it felt one step removed from a hotel. You got a big swimming pool, you had a nice spacious room, a little kitchenette, 24-hour security, parking, all the things you need really, and nice and modern, clean, and all that was around about £350, maybe $375. A couple of the things that I think everyone can get on board with and that will be useful to know: the markets. You've got Chikada Market, you've got Tamarind Market. Tamarin's for food, Chikada's for like clothes or arts and crafts, got a little bit of music entertainment as well, and so has Tamarind got some music. Then you've got Hua Hin Night Walking Market, that is just like a street that closes off, that has foods, and then if you go down some little side alleys you might find some clothes. I think on there you might also have some arts and crafts and some clothes and bits. You've also got Chang Market that is open pretty sure 7 days a week, and that is just Chang, beer, food, and a little bit of live entertainment. You've got Soy 94 for nightlife, you've got Soy Bintabat, you have got Soy 80, and maybe I'm forgetting 1 or 2, or maybe I just haven't been there, but they're the main hubs where most people are going out. If you're working remotely and want some cafes to plot up in, they are around. They're not abundant, but they are scattered around the town. You'll find some places. I mean, even sitting in a restaurant, if you've got hotspot or Wi-Fi, you're going to be fine using there. And generally speaking, if you've got a Thai SIM, the signal in Hua Hin is pretty good too, which is quite important for me. Now, a couple of things for the people that aren't me. One, if you're into golf, Hua Hin is a hotspot for golfing, and there's at least several golf courses there. Number 2, kite surfing at certain times of the year is very popular. And another thing is, if you are a solo traveler and you're looking for somewhere to feel safe and secure, I think you'd be far stretched to find somewhere that feels safer than Hua Hin. So this might not have been your most in-depth or insightful guide to Hua Hin, but I wanted to give my perspective, having not liked it at first and then actually turned around, spent 2 full months there, love the place and intend to go back. So if you've got any different views on this, let me know in the comments, or if you think I've missed anything, or if you've been to Hua Hin and want to give your perspective, please let me know as well, because I'm intrigued. I did only spend 2 months there, so I'm sure there's plenty I've missed and that I don't know. With the beauty of the surrounding area, the nightlife, the still home comforts, but a little bit less touristy and very easy to get out of town and be somewhere that feels a little bit more local within 10 to 20 minutes. I very much like the place, exceeded my expectations and made me change my mind on it after initially not liking it. Let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next one.